This is Gerardo Del Real coming to you live from the 2021 Precious Metals Summit here in beautiful Beaver Creek. Joining me today is the CEO of formerly Midas Gold and now Perpetua, Ms. Laurel Sayer. Laurel, how are you?
Doing great, busy, and excited to be here. It's great to be part of a conference that's one-on-one and in person.
It's been a challenging year and a half to say the least. It's fantastic to connect in person again. I believe the last time I saw you in person was on site.
It was.
And again, back then the company was called Midas Gold.
That's right.
Can we explain the origin of the new name? I've had some questions about it, and I know Jordan, who asked me to ask you a couple of questions today, is excited to hear some of the answers.
Well, we're excited about our new name. We felt that as we're progressing into moving the headquarters to Idaho, to Boise, becoming truly an Idaho company, we looked at changing the name. Okay. And it's kind of a funny story because a lot of people, when they change their name, they go through this great lengthy effort, right,
Sure.
to do it. Didn't really know what we wanted to do, but our general counsel one day was out running, doing his morning run with his dog, and thought, Esto Perpetua, that is our state motto.
Right.
It references the three industries, economic drivers of our economy of Idaho, and that is ag, timber, and mining.
Right.
So came back and said, what about putting Perpetua in there? We sat down, the management, the senior team, we discussed it. 10 minutes later, we came up with Perpetua Resources, ran it by the board. The board said, we like it, and we launched it. It was furious and fast, like a 2-week branding exercise, but we have really enjoyed it. And it's put us in a different, it helped launch us in a place where we wanted to be, and that is focusing on not only gold is our economic driver of our
Sure.
project, but antimony and what antimony is used for, and becoming part of the clean energy solution for climate change in the US and the world. So it helped kind of launch that
I love
topic.
it. It's a great origin story. I've had a lot of subscribers that wonder why the disconnect between share price and progress. Now, we know there's been a bit of a delay, although strategically selected delay, I would call it that. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. But the bottom line is you've been extremely busy behind the scenes. The market perceives this as the boring period for Perpetua, right? And so I would love for you to explain the recent news surrounding the antimony, and then let's get into the permitting, because this is a project that has overwhelming bipartisan support, overwhelming community support, given the fact that it's a mining project. Every mining project will always have a voice or two that has a differing opinion, right? We welcome that. But this is a project, I've been there multiple times, that the community really is behind. And so I would love for you to just kind of address where the share price is and then all the progress and the momentum that we talked about.
Okay. Well, we of course want to help our share price get bigger, sure. to increase it and advance that. And we're taking some opportunities to do that. So let me talk about antimony a little bit. With this new Biden administration, with the focus coming out of COVID on supply chain, right. Antimony is one of the 35 critical minerals listed, not only in the US, but Australia, Canada, other places as well.
Absolutely.
Strategic metal that needs to be mined here, domestically mined. So we have been advancing that and telling the story about clean energy, how it's used in solar and wind. Well, about a month ago, a little less than a month ago, we announced a partnership we have with Ambri, a private US company that has developed a liquid metal battery that uses antimony as one of its primary ingredients along with calcium. And it's exciting. It is a battery that will be used for solar and wind storage on a grid level.
Right.
That is a game changer for climate change, for grids in the US, and being able to store clean energy. We're so pleased to be part of that, and we committed some of our antimony to that. We aren't allowed to just say exactly what that is. Secret sauce.
I teased you about it a bit off the record, on the record now, but I understand the sensitivity around that. I think the market missed the importance and significance of that announcement because, frankly, the share price didn't react the way that I thought it would. I suspect a reason for that may be, the opaque nature of the way that the deal was struck. But again, I think in time, shareholders are really going to realize the value that that deal is going to bring to the share price, because I think it's, pun intended, it's critical moving forward, right?
I think so too, and I think we're very interested in attracting investors that have a thematic interest in clean energy. And we just need to tell that story more, get it out there more, and I think it will attract that.
You recently raised, I believe it was over $50 million.
We did.
Talk to me and explain to me where you see that being allocated, and then let's talk about where the permitting stands right now.
Well, we need that money to help get us through to a record of decision, and we think that that's where it will take us. We're pretty confident we can get there. Okay. We recently, so far as the permitting schedule goes, recently in July 1, we had the Forest Service announce that we would move into a supplemental draft environmental impact statement. It will be a focused, targeted supplemental, which we're very pleased that to work with the Forest Service on that. So it takes our proposed action, our action that has been refined from the comment period we had in August of 2020. We did some refinements to it. We reduced the footprint. Right. We improved the water quality. Right. We improved the water temperature. Right. All things that you need to do to support salmon and bull trout and the other fish that we have up there that we are working with. So those improvements were in place. The Forest Service thought it was best to go out with a supplemental on that to have the plan be a little stronger and a little more defensible. We reluctantly agreed to that. It lengthens the time, but it does make a stronger plan, and it will be stronger as we move forward to the end. So that will happen. They will put that out for just a 45-day comment period. Excellent. The first quarter of 22. Okay. By the end of 22, we should have our final EIS and our draft record of decision. And then in the first half of 23, we will have our record of decision. And then that process moves forward into finalizing our ancillary permits, getting financing for construction put in place, sure, and then begin construction in 24. So just to be absolutely clear with everybody, yes, slight delay, but a much clearer, yes, surer, more direct path towards permitting, right? It is, and we're pleased that we are able to do that, and the Forest Service was able to see that and help promote that. Excellent. In our plan. We've talked antimony, we talked about the fish. I know you have a passion because of your background to make this project sustainable, to leave it, frankly, not leave it, make it better than it's been for the past 70 years, even before you mine a single ounce of gold. But I couldn't let you go without mentioning the fact that this is a world-class gold deposit. It is. You have a reserve base approaching 7 million ounces. I've been to the property. The property has phenomenal exploration upside. You are trading at a fraction of what I believe Perpetua now deserves to be trading at, and I think you'll get there. I think that's the opportunity. Can you just provide a brief overview of the gold asset there? Yeah, and I think as we move forward, you're absolutely correct. It is a world-class asset, and it is because of that we're able to do the things we are doing. Right. We're able to do the restoration for the project. We're able to commit and invest in the community like we are. We're able to be forward-looking in clean energy and put some really great clean energy, sustainable ESG approaches into the development of the mine and into as it operates. Those things are because of the world-class asset. And we're pleased to be able to do that. This is a brownfield. It needs us to repair it and to restore it. And we're doing that for the environment, but we're also being able to give a great return to our investors. I know everybody's looking forward to permitting moving forward. The rocks haven't changed. Nope. The antimony hasn't gone anywhere. The infrastructure is still top-notch. I'm excited to see it move forward. Thank you so much for the update, Laurel. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. As always. Thank you. Thank you.